Hello, everyone. I just wanted to take a moment to touch base and to share some thoughts that I have about everything that's happening in our world these days, the pandemic, the violence against Black and brown bodies, the encouragement of white supremacist activities and ideologies, an upcoming election where there is active efforts to suppress the vote, forest fires all up and down the West Coast, the loss of life and the loss of homes, and the hurricanes that are happening in Florida. And there's just so much. And every time we think, or I think, that there couldn't be something else, there seems to be. So I know that for all the reasons, we're living in very incredible times. I know that astrologers say this is a time of great destruction of old systems, for an opening for the potential of a new way. I know that our prophets, our artists, our writers have been telling about these days, encouraging us to be prepared for thousands of years and decades. And it's one thing to know intellectually that something is likely to happen, but it's another thing to live it. And in order to honor the experience of living through it, of acknowledging these emotions of grief, just deep, deep grief, of disillusionment. I'm learning more and more about people that I've known and loved and thought to be compassionate, discerning, wise people that are supporters of the current occupier of the White House. And it horrifies me and angers me and makes me feel deeply sad. I have conversations with some of them, but others I just know they're committed to their viewpoint because they're in alignment with that administration based on religious views. And there are religious views that I used to hold. And I know that they believe that this is what Jesus would want. And I just think, I can't even conceptualize how someone could think that that particular person in the White House is godly. Especially when I feel certain that if Jesus were here, he would be crucified again by this administration and others that think like him, because Jesus was a Middle Eastern, socialist, radical, brown-skinned human being that criticized the religious the religious structure of the day for not caring for the most vulnerable, the most in need. And when I think about my ancestors, my Mexican ancestors, that just a couple generations ago would have been at risk for the atrocities that are happening to families at the border, and families being separated and children being separated and women who are being forcibly given hysterectomies like genocide that's happened again and again right in front of our eyes. And some of the people that support those actions are family, Mexican family. And it just boggles my mind and it breaks my heart. And there are days when I can be in a place of trust that all of this is for a reason, that it's some sort of healing crisis and some kind of dismantling of, of, of hurtful systems, and that we have the opportunity to imagine a better way, in a way that's in balance with Mother Earth and in balance with one another, and that the way through is love and the way through is connection. I believe all of those things to be true. And I also am human, and I see the suffering, and I see the quote-unquote collateral damage of the dismantling. And I recognize that all of us are at the potential of being in the way of the destruction as things are dismantled. So I fear for myself, and I fear for my loved ones, and I fear for people I don't know, and I fear for the animals, and I fear for the trees and the waters. And that's real. It's not the only emotion I feel, but it is real. It's there. And so today, allowing myself to have those feelings, I also think about the things that bring me peace, the things that bring me to a place of still point. I saw a beautiful thing a few months ago when I was preparing to move from the Hudson Valley. And I lived right on the bluff over the Hudson River, and it was a place that birds of all sorts loved to be, and the winds were always moving in that place. And I saw 2 adolescent bald eagles. It was a very windy day. It was a dramatic day. And these bald eagles were hanging on the winds. They weren't moving. They were like 2 pieces of a child's mobile, just suspended. They had found a still point in the midst of the vortex to be. And that was such a beautiful gift of encouragement and medicine for me, because it showed me a way of how to navigate these challenging times. So I'm here today just to connect with you of all times that we can't be in community and hug up on each other, see each other's faces. Of all times, we need ways that we can reach out across the ethers. And I am grateful for the technology to do that. So I offer this to you today in love, to acknowledge that you're not alone in all of your feelings. Because in the midst of these challenging and real feelings of fear and anxiety and anger and all of those things that I also have a sense of hope and deep gratitude and a feeling of empowerment, and knowing that we can connect together through love, through unity, that we can continue to do our work spiritually. We can do our work in all of the ways to move through this time into peace and into healing. So I would like to offer this singing bowl and vocal toning moment with you in hopes that we can find a moment of still points. I love you. Be encouraged. Stay safe. Stay well. getting more and more ease.